Hey guys, Doug and Jamie, Pinetree Line. We're out at Jamie's place. We got a rainy day here in Northern Ontario, but that's not stopping us, it never does. And we're here because Jamie is going to make some food for us on the BLACKSTONE Griddle. And today, what are we having?
We're actually making a venison stir fry, Doug. And as you can see, it's going to be delicious.
Awesome. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you Jamie cutting up this stuff. He's got a few tips for you while he's doing that. And then we're going to get into the cooking. And I'm looking forward to trying this out because I haven't had venison in a while. It smells delicious. It's not even cooked yet.
This is probably going to be the best venison stir fry you've ever had. Maybe. I'm hoping. We'll do a good job.
We're going to find out.
Stick with us. Two different ways of coring out your peppers, okay? I'll do the way that I like to do it, and then I'll do the other way that there's another way you can do it as well. So the way I like to do it is I like to just take the end of this knife and just go around like that. I use a longer bladed knife. You can use a shorter one. Just be careful. This way is a little bit more dangerous, actually, to tell you the truth, because you got your hand right here. But just be careful. Pop the core out. Okay. Second way you can do it, I've seen people do it this way. You can go like that and just cut it straight down. Now this way here, the reason why I don't like it doing this way is because I find it makes a real mess, but you get the same core out of the middle. I don't like doing it that way because then you're still cutting the inside of it anyways. I like doing it the other way because I find the other way you don't even have to cut out the middle like this because it's already gone. These are fresh jalapenos that I grew in my garden. Got some red, some greens, and then we got some that really didn't know what he wanted to be, red or green. So we got a little mixture of both. Never tried them, so I guess we're gonna find out. So, cut the end off. Jalapeno knife. It's for coring. I'm gonna make it over here so I don't make a great big mess. You just core on the inside, just keep going around. And it pulls out everything, all the seeds. It's still gonna have a little bit of spice to it. There's no seeds in it, so I can cut it now. My rings. Red onion out of my garden. Now luckily for me it's raining out right now, so I'm not going to cry because I'm cutting onions, so it's kind of like, you know, watering the onion at the same time as I'm cutting it. We chopped up our onions, our Spanish, our red onions out of the garden, fresh jalapeno, and we did our peppers. Bell peppers, we got red, we got green, we got yellow in there, one of each. I also cut up a little bit of lime at the end there, just squeezed it on there, just kind of rinse it in there. We got the griddle up to heat. We got a little bit of oil on her. I'm gonna put all the stir fry on right now. I am using oil. I'm also using water as well. Get a little steam going here. Using the 36-inch BLACKSTONE is great when you're doing stir fries because you got a lot of space to work with, which is nice because it's evenly cooked. You can spread everything out. Cooks a lot faster too, right? I'm gonna move everything out as wide as I can. I'm gonna use all the space I can. Cooks so much faster. little bit of salt down, a bit of pepper. What takes the longest time right now, actually, for the stir fry, the venison only takes a few minutes because you don't want to overcook the venison, because a big mistake people make is they put the venison on too long, it turns into an old leather boot, and you don't want that. You want it to be soft, you want it to be juicy. If anything, undercook it if you can. You don't forget, you can eat venison raw. So you're just basically cooking it, just, you know, medium rare. But you want to get your veggies, get a good cook on them. So put them on, take your time, cook them good. Get a nice little brown tinge to them. You know they're done nice. The edges of the Blackstone are starting to get a little dry there, so just gonna add a little bit of oil to her. Smells so good. If you leave them in one spot too long, you're gonna actually start burning them. So you keep moving them, keep alternating them, and don't forget when you're cooking too. Like, I mean, your veggies might be here, you might have some on top of each other as well. So these are getting cooked, but this is not so much. So you just keep turning them over and you're moving them. Even space, you're cooking evenly. You just keep moving them around. And plus, if you leave them too long, like if I walk away and leave that, whatever's sitting on the bottom of the griddle is going to start burning. So I just keep moving them around. Okay, so I turned the burners off on the, I guess my right, your left, I guess it'd be. Anyways, these two burners are off right now. It's still hot. So all I did is I just moved everything off of this side. It's still going to maintain temperature and keep everything warm. I'm going to put some oil down. And I'm going to introduce the fettuccine noodles. These are raw fettuccine noodles. They will be cooked momentarily, very soon. Just going to feather them out like this. Just light drizzle of oil. Light, not too much. These are still on high. So we're going to add the fettuccine now to the noodles. Going to get it all mixed up here. So I added a little bit of basil oil. So now I'm actually going to turn it down to about medium heat because you don't want to be too hot, because what happens is if your griddle's way too hot and you add the venison to it, it's going to want to pound it with heat right away. You don't want to do that. I added some marinade to the venison. I actually used Memories of Korea. So what I did was I chopped up all the venison and I made sure I drained it, washed it good. And then what I did is I put the Memories of Korea in there and I mixed it all up, and then I put it away in the fridge and I let it marinate. Now that I'm putting it on the Blackstone, I'm not going to hammer it with the sauces because I want the actual taste of the venison and I want the peppers and everything to come out. If you hammer it with the sauces, you're going to lose all that other taste. There we go. A little bit of seasoning salt, a little bit of ground pepper, and a little bit of salt. As you can see, it's starting to cook already. That's why I turned it down, because it was too hot. You don't cook everything on high heat because you're going to cook it too quick. Turn it down. It's still going to maintain temperature. Just keep turning it over. You don't want to overcook it. And once you see it starting to cook like that, see, that's nice and juicy, tender. Now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to turn the third row on. I'm going to get the venison over to where I can enter everything else. And now what we're doing is we're going to move everything together. I turn the burners off on the ends because I don't need them on right now. I just have the two down the middle on and that's it. I actually turned them up a little bit because now I'm going to be moving it a lot. High heat, now I'm moving it to finish it off, and then I'm going to be shutting it off very soon. So I'm working it a lot now because I want everything in. Totally off now. stir, and we'll be ready to plate it.
Ooh, this looks good.
Well, that's a lot of food for 2 guys.
We'll share.
Here
Here
we
we go
go.
with that.
Oh.
Beauty. Awesome job, buddy.
Oh,
Great work.
very good.
All right, guys. If you want to watch some more Blackstone content, we have a playlist. I'll put everything down below in the description box. He does all the Blackstone stuff, so it's incredible cooking, an incredible cooking apparatus. Mostly on the 17-inch. This is the first one on the 36-inch, so
Yeah.
it's cool to try it out.
And I've been cooking on the 36 now for about a month or roughly.
Yeah.
And I had some time to get used to the, you know, the real estate, if you will. It's awesome. Like
And not traveling in the bush to use it.
if you're not leaving your house, get the 36.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already. Give us a thumbs up, and we'll see you on the next one. Take care.
Grand Doug.
Good job. Let's eat more.